Hi, this is TapCat. Welcome to part 11 of Let's Play Civilization 5 Brave New World as the Zulu. We're going to continue preparing for the next and hopefully final phase of our war against Ethiopia. We only have to capture their capital, but that's not going to be a small feat. I could hold off on moving guys up to the front. The problem is up to the border, I guess I mean. The problem with that is, our tensions with him are going to be high either way. And realistically, I'm not going to have room to hold guys back. Let's go ahead and bring him out. Okay, so I was able to do a little research, and it does appear I couldn't figure out how to tell what religion these guys were spreading, and the mouse over is the only way. For some reason, it doesn't say over here, but here it's clear they'll continue to spread Eastern Orthodoxy. So rather than keep it around, we're just going to delete this. If there's an actual use for it, I don't know what that is. And let's do the same with this guy. We're going to save some gold this way too. So we were at -7 before we did that per turn. So that definitely is going to help us with our gold situation a bit. I'm going to go ahead and bring this guy around. And we need to continue bringing these guys over. We want to start getting our forces in position and, get this war going. It's 4 turns until our peace treaty expires. So we have a little time, but not a huge amount. And we continue kind of grinding our way up a turn at a time here, or a tile at a time. Yeah, that's fine, I think. Okay. Now, what production do we need to choose? Carthage has finished their amphitheater. We need more caravans. Do I have any in production? I think I do. Yeah, so we don't need to worry about that. But, let's see. I'm thinking let's start building our guilds. We've done almost nothing to promote these. So funny to see a scout still in the game at this phase. But I suppose we did not leave the Ottomans with a whole lot of production capacity. Okay. Yeah, of course he can only move 1 tile this turn. And how long before we're going to get... Yeah, 3 turns. So let's do this. Oh, and that reminds me, seeing this worker. I definitely made a mistake here. I parked these 2 workers until such time as we would be able to capture Harar and put them to work. So, of course, we captured that city and then forgot they were over here. This is why I actually really don't like putting units to sleep, because it's very easy to forget all about them. So, all right. Umgun is ready to send this guy out on a trade mission. What about these guys? I would love to get friendship with them. I mean, we're just at nothing now. Alright, we're not going to get most of these quests. The most I could do is give them our religion. And there's so many places I need to convert, it seems unlikely. Well, looking at this, I think I probably want astronomy so that we could have the potential to start building caravels. Alternatively, I could take chivalry and head into banking or printing press. Or alternatively, I could take steel and go for gunpowder, which would not be the worst. I mean, it's hard because I really want all of them. Given how crappy our money situation, though, is, maybe I go for chivalry, and then we'll kind of take our pick between printing press and banking, depending on where we are 7-8 turns from now. Okay. I also want to do this. Before I do this, we're going to spread our religion here. Did that actually do anything? Yeah, okay. So now we're going to buy a pagoda. Sweet. And I'm a little torn because we need to spread our religion in so many places. Carthage doesn't have it. Nobamba doesn't really have it. Umgun doesn't really have it anymore. Venice doesn't have it. You see what I'm saying? Like, my own cities, these guys don't have it. So what I should probably do is get a bunch of great profits. I could buy one more right now. I just hate putting off these stupid pagodas. I mean, I can do 2 more cities. I could do one right now and just buy another pagoda, which is 2 more happiness, 2 more culture, 2 more faith per turn. That's so tempting. All right. I guess that's what I'll do. Next turn, I'll move this guy out. I don't think we would be able to convert Carthage being a holy city and everything. But maybe what I'll do is I'll come over to Nabamba, and then we can buy a pagoda there. Yeah, either that or Umgun. Although arguably I should wait to convert this until such time as we've eliminated Ethiopia. Okay, enough chit chat about that. Let's make a build decision, and I think the amphitheater is the way to go here. I've kind of left culture on the back burner for quite a while. Probably not good to do that. I'd love a temple or a garden, but the reality is I don't think I have any specialists working. I guess I have one in the market. Okay, well, decision time. Let's go ahead and build an amphitheater. All right. You come over here. Okay. I kind of wish this wasn't a mountain right at the moment. One more turn of resistance for Harar. That's good because we'll pick up some happiness. Okay, so how many turns would it take this guy to get over here? Okie doke. Let's start him on the path. Fortunately, we just cleaned that area out of barbarians, so I think it's pretty safe to do that. Okay, and you go up here. Yep. All right. Our little strike force. I'm actually going to shift these guys over one, I think. And we'll bring the trebuchet ashore here. Yeah, the general's lagging behind a little bit. That's okay. We're still a few turns away from, even the absolute soonest we could declare war. I'm so happy. The more units he moves out here, the better. I would be delighted to kill as many of them out in the open with our ranged units as we can prior to actually engaging our other forces. All right, let's go ahead and heal him up. And I'm just going to keep putting this guy on hold. We only have 1 or 2 more turns before he'll be able to do what needs to be done. I don't want to go to Quebec City. That's going to put these guys at risk. So why don't we just send them to Valletta? I mean, this is, pretty garbage money. Not really. Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking this was a missionary. So when I said I didn't think we could convert Carthage, of course we can. With a great profit, of course we can. So I will probably do that. Okay. Alundi has finished its caravan as well. Wow, we have some work to do here. We have both a university and a workshop that need to be built. How are we doing on science? I think we're okay. Yeah, we're number 2. We're right behind Ethiopia. So given that, I think we're just going to, try to keep pushing our production higher. We'll almost certainly do a workshop next, but... Okay, we're going to start moving these guys over. We may well end up sending them into the water to avoid Ethiopia's troops if it really comes to that. Okay, perfect. Perfect. And perfect. And now, bringing up the rear. I guess that's pretty much where generals belong in more ways than one. Okay, let's bring him over. I actually have too many ranged units for the number of melee that can give them cover, if you want to call it that. Well, the question is, do I want to take the chance of sending them over here? I did that before and I had to pay the price. Since I can get the same amount of gold, I'm just going to lose the science by sending them to Valletta. I think I'm just going to do that. I want to lock this in. I don't want to have to keep building caravans only to get them trashed again. Yeah, we're just kind of jammed in here. So once the war starts, we're just going to have to suck it up and start moving forward. It's the only way we're going to get any room to work, unfortunately. So I'm going to go ahead and just put him on alert. It's interesting. He's sending his swordsman out here, but I'm not going to read much into that. The AI can be pretty random in deciding its moves. Okay, Taoism. Now let's buy a pagoda. Boom. So that's pretty good. I mean, we've done a nice little bump to 3 different stats. Awkward. Okay. You go ahead and move here. Yeah, where are you going? I would have to decide if he tries to settle here. I think I'm okay with that. I mean, he's not really going to have a whole lot going on. And he's not really going to have room to start another city. At least not one that's any good. Okay, you go on alert. You go on alert. Ditto. I want you over here. You go ahead and do nothing this turn. Alert, alert, alert. Okay. So, I think once the treaty expires, there's no reason to wait. I can't see one. Well, yeah. I was thinking almost the first thing I need to do is attack this. The question is, do I want him in the game after this? Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if I should send this guy over here. Maybe I should. I can't use him to buy a pagoda. That's the biggest reason not to do it. Alright, awesome. We got our Colosseum. So our happiness, we were at -1 when we started this session. I feel very good about it, getting it to 4. I'm not saying that's great, but... And I think what we want to do here is a monument. I mean, just doing really basic stuff. The monument, the shrine, you know. They're quick. Well, I'm going to head over here. I have time to decide. All right, awesome. We got that tile. Let's go ahead and improve it. That'll really help that city grow. Okay, so is my deal still in effect? Yeah. So I guess I don't get to do it until next turn. That's the only thing I can figure. All right, well, that's not entirely a bad thing as far as my workers go. Okay. Huh. That's really funny. I was thinking that I would bring these guys up and engage his forces. Now I'm wondering if there's going to be anybody left to engage. So what's worth more to me? Yeah, you know, I have to say, it's the pagoda because, sure, I want to make Hong Kong my ally. But that happiness, you know, I have to keep buying it over and over again. Whereas the pagoda is +2 happiness, +2 faith, +2 culture, every single turn. Guaranteed. I don't have to do anything. So... yeah, I'm going to leave him here. And in one more turn, we can just buy a stupid pagoda. Alright. I think I'm going to leave them alone. If he wants to settle some crappy city out here, I don't really care. Can I declare war? Yes. Okay, so publicly denounce. And then I'm just going to declare war. Yep. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know. I think this is new, this number of turns left. I never really paid attention to exactly how long the denouncing lasted. Yep, that's fine. So Quebec City is at war with us again. Nobamba now has 5 residents. That's good news. Yeah, okay. Alright, so... actually, I think that's worth doing. Let's rob him of money. I think any way we can hurt him is a benefit to us. Yeah, and then I'm just going to move him right back into formation. That's awesome. Now over here... Alright, I want to be careful because we got a swordsman there. So here's what we're going to do. I move up one tile. I'm not in bombardment range. And I grabbed his missionary, which I'm going to delete next turn. And I'm going to leave most of these units where they are, except this guy. In the hope that maybe I can actually get some freaking, ranged attacks in here. We'll wait just a turn or two and see if he's willing to move any of these units over. Yep, I'm pretty okay with that. We should be able to grind this swordsman up pretty effectively. Yeah, it doesn't matter if we kill him as long as we hurt him bad enough. Okay, so he's got a missionary there. That's kind of interesting. Well, yeah, let's go put some pressure on that. I want to bag that thing if I can. Okay, so let's move him in here. And now let's take advantage of the fact that we moved him forward. How'd that do? 28 damage. That's not horrible. I think it makes sense to just... Oh, okay. You're going away. Yep, Eastern Orthodoxy. Thanks, no thanks. Okay, we have 200, so... I think that's his last use. Yeah. But now we have another pagoda. That is pretty sweet. Carthage can start working on... I really want a temple. It's just my gold is not that great. I think let's go for a garden. Since I think I'm going to build the guilds there, it makes sense. Boy, I'm actually not like that wild about most of this. I'll just build a temple here. Nabamba. Oh, there's so many. Okay. Probably the workshop. Again, we're just trying to get our production up to where we can actually do something. Okay. So he did found a city. I mean, no huge shock there. Jeez, look at this. Oh my God. Well, I'm not going to obsess on that for now. Now let's do this. Oh, I see. I'm still on the same turn. Then I actually think I may hold these guys where they're at. Let's move him over. I might as well just grab that one guy. Oh, that's interesting. Why is he moving the long swordsman out? That's kind of strange. Yeah, I wish now I hadn't moved over there. Alright. Yeah, I'm not happy with that move now. And they're out of range of the general, so now I have to move the general. I mean, we're weaker than that long swordsman, so... Okay. Let's see what happens. I'm curious to see whether he attacks. Yeah, okay. There wasn't really any logical reason why he moved away. We definitely took the worst of that exchange. We robbed him of a missionary. I don't know how much that matters, but I don't need this place getting even more orthodox.
Whoso pulleth out the sword.
Okay. Let's just grab this idiot. And well, I can definitely get more money, but I'm not gonna subject these guys to that. Let's just go to Antwerp. I'm pretty sure that's where it came from in the first place. So we got gifted a trebuchet, right? Is that what happened? Yeah, from Valletta. I mean, that's awesome, except it's just so far from where I need it. Let's get it on the road. All right. Let's keep moving him across. And it looks like that swordsman took off, huh? So we're not really getting anywhere by waiting. I think that's pretty clear. Well, he's running like a coward. All right. Well, then in that case, we're just going to start moving these guys up. And I'm actually going to ignore the long swordsman and delete this guy. Well, okay, we're not done where we were, but we're going to conduct a trade mission, which boosted our happiness because we're friends with, what's his name now, with Hong Kong. And not much more I can do with him this turn. I think, does it matter? Yeah, that's fine. I just want to clear this fog of war and make sure I know what my path should be. He can't really get around, but maybe I should do that. And then this way I can move the trebuchet up. I think that actually makes a lot of sense. And then we'll move the general up. All right. Okay. Yeah, I like that setup a lot better. We got a new tech available now, so we can go into banking. What else do we want to do? Astronomy is a very strong contender. And so is gunpowder, but we have to do steel first. I'll go ahead and do astronomy. Because that's 11 turns, and then I start building a caravel. We should have this in the bag long before that. Yep, we're friends with Hong Kong, +3 happiness. Okay, Istanbul has finished their monument. We're just going to go ahead and knock out a shrine really quick. Try to make this city where it's actually at least somewhat of an asset to us. Oh, I see. We need to promote it. Sure. Well, let me check. Of the trebuchet I have right now, one is good in open, one is good in rough, and one is good in open. So we'll take a second rough. Or at least we will if I can find it. All right, there we go. Yep. Now, I mean, I hate to say this about my own units, but this is actually what we want to happen. We want these units to get bombarded. We want these units to get attacked. You know, they're kind of our shock troops that are just there to weaken his defenses. And then my experienced units, I want them to just beat the snot out of that city and take it as fast as it can possibly be taken. All right, here's another missionary to get rid of. Booyah. It's a shame you can't send them to some sort of indoctrination camp or something. Okay, now I want to be careful. Obviously, we're not going to leave the great general where he's at. Yeah, here's a question. I think we'll move him here. Alright, we'll do it like this. I don't care about attacking his swordsman. If his swordsman wants something, he's got to come at me. And likewise, I'm just going to fortify this guy. Oh, better yet, let's pillage and then fortify. Now, if I can only move one tile, I guess this is as good a move as any. Now, before I do that, hold on. God, I hate getting bogged down with that swordsman, but okay, that's a little better. Yeah, so now let's kill him. And I should take virtually no damage. I'm going to take a little, but... And now you get up there. There's no unit that's going to bug him as far as I can see, so we'll get him up. And then... I guess I can only send him to follow suit. I mean, this is the problem. We have to move at such glacial speed that, you know, it's just ridiculous. So if I move my general forward, that's not really good. I'm gonna leave him right where he's at. And this guy's pretty much stuck. I guess I'll move him here. It gives me another option, but alright, you sit tight. Originally, I actually was thinking I would put a general here and then pop him to make a great citadel, and now this would be our territory. But what I realized is it doesn't really matter because I still can't move through it. It's not the Great Wall that's slowing me down, except on just a couple of tiles. It's the hills and the forest and stuff. And I can't just clear that out, so... Okay. I'm not seeing anything too terrifying so far. Okay, well, we've got a lot to do, including... Oh, that's funny. Ethiopia stole the secret of sailing. Well, let's see how much that helps them in the war. But speaking of the war, we are right in the key stage here, I would guess, of trying to take Addis Ababa. But we're out of time for the moment. So thank you for watching, and I hope we see you next time.